Welcome, my viewers. What can you get without even spending a penny? Very easy answer. You might be thinking that, okay, I can get water, drinking water. Drinking water has also its cost. I think municipality is taking tax from your home. Maybe air, maybe sunlight. Yes, of course. Maybe sunlight and the air. You are getting free of cost. And nowadays, unfortunately, that is not also pure. Anyway, I'm not here to advise you about the freely available things because every freely available things have their own cost. So one very important thing is that advice. It's also the freely available things. And there are ample of advices might come from you with the so-called learned people surrounding you. They think they are the epitome of the success and they are quite wise people and capable of giving the advice to you. So be aware. So free things are costlier. But of course, all people are not equal. There are some really wiser people who can give you the right advice. And if it is overlapping with your passion, in such case you can think about it seriously. Such a thing came from a very experienced people in my life, and I got it. So that serious thing is that deal professionally, but have an emotional touch always. Very good advice. And I try to follow this advice in my professional work. I deal professionally, but even then, at the same times, there will be some emotional touch. In such a way, I already observed that the connections between the employer and the employee, connections between the subordinate and the boss will be the best with having some emotional touch. And one more thing is that you don't have animosity with any persons, but you might not be totally agree on his or her actions. Because what you think that because of that actions, your organizations may not progress. You can correct him or her, but not having the animosity feelings out of it. Because what happens if you just blame the persons and not the actions, in such cases, his or her emotions can be affected very bad way. And they may not be in the positions to accept in a positive way. Sometimes it will be the nervous breakdown. Sometimes it will be the loss of the support, like that kind of things. The very mental imbalance that acts upon that. It happened to me also, not only those persons. And in my life, several times, I was broken down emotionally. But ultimately, it was the learning process through which I learned a lot. And what I learned, what I got affected out of that bad things, the rebuke, unnecessarily blaming, I don't try to do all those things to my subordinates. But definitely, I will not spare anybody if I find anything wrong is being done in his sections. So that is the ways to deal professionally. And if it is not done, why not done? How could have not done? The proper answer I should get out of that. So that the next times, if any wrongdoing has done at all, that should not be repeated. It should be the learning for the all. So this is the best advice I got from a very senior person, Mr. Pandey. He had at that time 30 years of the industry in the plant. He advised me another way also. Okay, be punctual in your workplace. Do your duty, do your responsibility in the proper way. But if you think every time the 24 hours about your professions, about your plant equipment, there will be chance that you are neglecting your family. Just as you are responsible for your plant maintenance, plant well-being, and the uptime of the equipment, you are also responsible for upkeeping of your family, proper bonding, proper relationship. And that's why you must have to have the balance in the life. So that is also one of the best advice I received from Mr. Pandey. Though I received that advice, but many times because of the lot of tensions, lot of breakdown and problems in the plant, I couldn't come out from that situation. But here, at the fag end of my careers, I realized that I lost many opportunity where I could have behaved very normal way instead of being tensed to mend the machine. Because your thinking cannot mend the machine. Only your actions, based upon your right thinking and the right coordinations and right resource planning, can make the job faster. And it might be the sustainable in that way if you can do the right kind of the job by applications of the right kind of the spares, right kind of the mindset. So unnecessarily tension won't help you. So that is very big advice that I got. And in this matured age, my tension is reduced drastically. Though I never hesitate to take actions to arrange the resource as per the best available sources and to do the job in the right time or in the no time, whatever possible, the earliest possible times I keep the machine uptime at the most. And all these two advice was very important for my life. And I try to follow it every time. Even after my retirement from this active professions of the maintenance, wherever I will be engaged for uplifting the young boys and girls, I will apply the same things. I will teach this advice and I will transfer my ideas, what I got from my predecessors, to my juniors as well so that they can apply. In this way, world can be bonded by these amicable threads where everybody will behave in a proper way. There will be no unnecessary tensions and there will be no heartbreaking feelings. Everybody can work professionally and can become productive to his or her organizations. So, the advice number 1 is that behave professionally but have an emotional touch. And number 2 is that lead a balanced life. So these two advice is very great advice for me, what I got from Mr. Pandey. Thank you.